Hey, good afternoon. In my fancy hat. Gotta keep the sun off. Anywho, today's July 25th of 2023, and I've come out to the farm today. And I have a main project in mind, but I have to mow again too. It's always constant mowing, and it's a lot of mowing. It takes three to 4 hours to mow. But my chickens are loud. They're so loud that I don't think I can keep them where they're at right now at my other house, because we're not supposed to have chickens there. You have to have 3 acres of farmland in order to have farm animals, and we have like 1. So it doesn't work, and you can hear them good 200 yards away. I mean, just loud, and it's just girls. There's no roosters or anything. But I'm gonna change it up, and out here, I'll turn you around. This is where the goat pen was, and so I used the tractor on Saturday to just pull this out. I mean, I really worked on it for about 45 minutes. So today I'm going to get the rest of this stuff torn down, get this all cleared out, and I'm going to build a really nice little chicken coop here, and probably about 4x8 coop. And then I'm going to have the run probably go over there to where the grass is missing. So we'll have a good, 16-foot run, kind of square here, that they'll be able to run in, and that should be good. I'll run power from the barn, from the solar, and then I'll run water. I was thinking I might just dig this down a little bit and just run some piping underneath for them to have water that'll be constant as well. But yeah, so that's what I'm working on. I think the process will be, I'm going to put a hitch on the tractor today, and probably just use the tractor to pull my 16-foot trailer over here, and I'm going to cut this stuff up and just load it on the trailer and store it on the other side where I kind of keep stuff that I'm not using, and just get it all cleared out, and then I'll mow. And then I did download some plans, which I'll include in the description, for the coop that I'm going to build, and I have the supply list, so I can run to Home Depot maybe tonight. We'll see how it goes, or first thing in the morning, and I can get all the wood and stuff that I need to build it. So yeah, so anyway, so that's the project. The tearing down part's not really that interesting. If I do find something, I'll film it, but yeah. So, all right, I'll see you soon. Bye. All right, so it is afternoon, and I got everything cleared. As you can see, I raked it a little bit with the bucket of the tractor just to get some of the goat poop out of here. And then this is going to be my spot. I'm going to build the frame for the deck of the chicken house right now and see where the posts are going to land, and then I'm going to use the tractor to drill the holes, get the posts in tonight with some concrete, and then those will cure overnight, and then tomorrow I can frame out the chicken coop and get it ready. So I don't think it's going to take that long. I think it'll go pretty quick. So that's what I'm working on, and I'll see if I can set up camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Hey, good morning. It's the next day. I did get quite a bit done last night. I got the deck in, got my poles concreted in. This one, well, what I realized when I'm in my haste trying to beat the sunset, I cut this one 2 inches too short. I was looking at the plans the wrong way, so I thought I was extending it longer, and I actually extended the wrong side longer. So then the poles didn't reach, so I recut those sides this morning. And then this was the side that I needed to add the 5 inches to for the eggs to roll down to. So the nesting boxes will be here, eggs will roll down into here. So right now I got about 2.5 hours before I have to leave, and I'm going to get as many walls up as I can, get it framed out. So that's what I'm working on, and I think it's going to be good. It looks good. It's going to be a nice Nice size coop. I think this one is good for like 20 chickens, and I only have 8, so I think they're going to be great. So, all right, I'll see you in a bit. Alright, it's been a couple days since I last recorded, but I came back out today and I just wanted to touch on this real quick. When you're putting in the rafters, I cut this piece at length to where it's supposed to be. This is 21 3/4, and what happens is that you nail this and then you have something for your boards to nail to rather than just trying to toe nail it in, and it just makes it more solid. So here I got 2 nails going into the side rather than just toe nailing it into that piece right there. So, and then this was something that it called for, these spacers here. So basically I just cut this at a 30-degree angle, which was the pitch of the roof. All these are cut at 30-degree angles, and it just makes it easier. So I'm going to do the same for the other side. I'm not a big fan of toe nailing stuff because I just don't think it's as solid as when you have something really to nail to. Okay. All right, so here, this is where the nesting boxes are going to be, and I've added these little pieces I cut off on those to give me the rise, and I'm just going to screw it in for now. I don't know the exact height that I should make this. It's a gradual slope, but if the chicken lays it, I want it to be able to roll back here, and so I only left, I probably should have left about another 5 inches of this, but there's only, I'm going to block it off here so that when they lay, the eggs will just roll into this little compartment, which is only about 5 inches deep. But that's what I got. So yeah, so I hope that it works. Okay, so this is the nest box. They're about 16 inches wide, 12 inches deep. I put some backing in here just to have something to nail to. It was wanting you to put a 2-inch screw through this little thin wood here, and that would just split it right up. If I'd gotten like 3/4, that would have worked, but not with this 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch stuff here, which was what was on the plan. So I got my slant, and then I put this 2x4 in, which was in the plans. These are notched, you can't tell, but they're notched right here for the 2x4, and then the angles there, and then I put this piece here so the eggs will roll into this compartment, and then this will be the wall, just the siding that comes in right here. So in theory it should work well. So the next step is to go ahead and start putting the siding on. I think today I'd like to get all the siding in and get the roof on and possibly get it shingled before I quit. And then all I need to do on the next run is make the door here, and then spray paint it. And I'm going to use that commercial sprayer I bought that I used on the fence to spray the inside and out, prime it really good, spray it inside and out. And then I got a rubber coating that I'm going to put on the floor and in the nest box that should make it easy for cleanup. So that's the plan. So we're going to start on the siding now. All right, so I'm about 3 hours into today, so this is where I'm at. There's my nest boxes, and this is fine. I know that's kind of in the way, but you just gotta clean it, so it's good. And then there's enough room for the eggs to roll into. Still gotta build my door for there. I have the door there that's gonna go here. I put in some little roosting things, and then I gotta do the roof, so I'm gonna cut that next. I want to go ahead and get it covered so that it doesn't rain inside of it. And then an easy way to do it is I'm just going to take a 2x4, let's see, a long one, but the idea is you screw it up like that, and then when you put your sheet up there it can rest against it, so you can get up there and screw it in by yourself. So makes it just a little bit easier. So I'm going to do that, and then get the roof sheathing on. I'm not going to put shingles on today because I do want to spray it before I put the shingles on. And then once all that's done, I got windows coming this next week, and then I have trim to trim it all out. And then once it's all trimmed out, I'll put the final coat of paint on. But yeah, I think it looks good. I'm going to put the door on this side, and then I'm going to have the chicken run go down this way. And the door is an automatic one that hooks to Wi-Fi, so I can control it with my phone to make it go up and down in case one gets locked out. And I can't decide if I want to make the run come all the way over here and go out there and come back, or just make it the width of the chicken house, which I think would probably be easier, and it'd also be a lot less material. So I was thinking 48. The sheathing or the netting I can get is 48, so I can do 1, 2, I was going to do 3 of those coming out, which will give them quite a bit of space. Yeah, I think that'll be easier. And then I still have to run electrical. I have wire that I have right here that I haven't buried yet, that actually this was going to be the connection to go to the shed, and I haven't connected it yet, so I could dig that, run the wire in from there and hook to it, and then that will give me power. So the power, you want the door is going to be electric, so that's going to run off the solar, the power from my solar panels, and then I'm going to have a light in there so they know when to come in at night. And then in the winter time I can put in a heat lamp, so that way if it's really cold we can kind of keep it warm in there for them. So that's kind of the idea. And then I need to get this door built today, because if it rains in here it's going to ruin that wood, and I don't want that. So I'm going to definitely get the door made for this and get it covered up. And that's it. So all right, I'm going to work on the roof now. Okay, so it's the end of the day. It's about 5:15 and I started at 11, but I got all this done. This is just tacked in right now. It will raise up as a door, but I need to put the trim on before I put the hinges. But that's going to help keep rainwater out of there. Yeah, I think it's going to do good. Looks good. Chickens will be happy. So a couple things on the plans which were a little wonky. It has you cut the dividers for the nesting area out of the same wood as this, but they don't give you enough wood, so this actually had a piece of corner cut out of it that was part of one of these. Good morning. Today is July 31st and I came back out to finish the chicken coop. I got 2 days to get this knocked out. So on the last day I was here, I got a lot done. I got all the siding on, I got the roof on, I got the felt on, and today I'm going to start trimming it out with this trim, and then I'm going to build the chicken run. And I'm gonna do 3 48-inch panels just coming straight out. We'll go across, and then that's 75 inches across. I'm doing it the width here. I would love to do it this way, but part of it is the roof, to have it drain down, drain onto the run, and then drain off. And then over here, it wouldn't drain the right way, and it's just a lot more material, a lot more to do, and I don't think it really matters to the chickens. They're going to have so much more room than they've ever had. And then I'm going to put a couple little playthings in here, a log and something for them to climb on, things like that. So 48 times 3, so that's almost 150 inches coming out. So I'll measure whatever that comes out to. If it seems too short, I can extend it out another length. Let me sit down and find my tape measure. Yeah, I am completely, this is just all, I'm kind of trying to clean up as I go so I don't have a huge mess when I'm done, but I kind of have a huge mess in my little vehicle here. So alright, so if we go from over here, yeah, I think that's going to be nice, because that's 150 inches to right here. So their run will come to right here, 75 inches across. That's plenty for the girls. And then there's room for them to go underneath, so they still have all that space, and I'll fence all that in. I have posts. I got several of these 2x6s, and then I'm gonna put the 2x6s along the ground, and then I'll put the post in. It's 5 feet over there. I'll make this probably 4 feet 10 inches, 4 feet 9 inches, and then that way the water will drain down this way. And then I'll concrete the post in so that they're secure, put the 2x6s along the bottom, and then I was wanting to use these big leftover pieces from the goat pen for the top header coming out across the length of the top. And then at the 48-inch intervals, I need to put a 2x4 coming up so that I have something to staple the wire to. And then I need to do several pieces of 2x4s going across to screw the roof to. Shouldn't be that hard. I'm going to get the tractor out. I'm going to measure it out and mark it, get the tractor, drill the holes, and then I'll go ahead and put the posts in, let those dry, and then it should be something that I can snap to pretty quick. Right now I'm going to build the door. Got that cut down. So I just took the panel that I cut out of here, and then I cut 1/2 inch off on 3 sides, and I'm going to use that for the door. And then I got the cute little windows in. They came in a lot faster. They're supposed to be here on the 3rd, but these are super cute. Oh, it fits. Hang on. There it goes. So yeah, so that's cute. And then I bought some vents. I'm just gonna cut out some vent holes over here, put the vents in, and need some more screws there. But yeah, this would be super cute, and then I can let air circulate crosswise into the coop. I bought a rubber spray that I'm going to spray the whole bottom with to seal it, so that way the wood's not getting rotted. And I'm going to spray the inside once I start spraying. I'm going to put all this up first before I spray, and then that way I can get everything primed good and get a coat of paint on it. So that's what we're doing today. So there's lots to do, and I'll just check in with you every so often, kind of show you my progress. I lost the camera charger for my big camera to set up on the tripod, so I don't have that today. So yeah, anyway, so that's that. So all right, hello again. Okay, fast forward about 3 hours, and I have trimmed it all out to the best of my ability. There's some areas where, like here, they said cut that at a 30-degree angle so it won't bind. I hope that works. When I did that on the table saw, I messed this up, so I have to cut this out, and then when I get the window in, I'll piece in the little thing that goes there. And then I cut out all the pieces that are going to trim out the window. I want to paint it before I put the windows in, so I can't really, I just put like one little nail to tack this up so I can pull it back off. And then once it's all on there, I'm going to screw this in really good, screw these in really good, and that's where my hinge will go. I'll have a hinge on each one of these, and then that'll lift up. This up here, I think it looks good, but this little thing right here is kind of wonky. I might cut it just a little piece to go ahead and fill in that gap. On the plans, it showed that these were flush, and with that there, this can't be flush with that, but it did call for that, and I don't know, something's off somewhere, but it's a chicken coop. So here's the inside. I did cut my door in, so that's there. That's the size for the automatic door. The door will mount on the inside, and I'll mount that after I paint. And then I use these posts. These posts are actually going to be the posts for the chicken run, but I laid them out, and then I measured it out 48 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and use the tractor to make these holes here. I don't necessarily need to make a post for these. I just put that there to measure it out where it's going to go, but a post on each end, and then a post here mounted to the side of the coop. It'll be strong enough. We'll see. If I need to do another one, I can. Ideally you'd put one in the middle, but with the wire's going to lay out this way. So yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead and drill those, get those posts in, and it's only going to be like 5 feet high, so it's going to come right up under here is where the roof will come, and then it'll just slope down gradually. So that's that, and then I'm going to do a corrugated metal roof on the top of it. So and over here, same thing, just trimmed it out. I'm going to caulk everything, so I'm going to caulk all this before I paint it, so everything is sealed, and it should look good. And then after I paint it, I'll put the shingles on too. So yeah, I think, man, I might even have this pretty much almost done by today. So I'm gonna get to it. All right, so it's about 4:30 in the afternoon. I've been at it all day. I feel like I didn't get a ton done, but I got a ton of little stuff done. So turning around, so I built the chicken run. I went ahead and used the 4x4 post at 48 or like 46 intervals, 46 inches, and I still got to put concrete in there. I did add these 2x4s here so it's flush, so I have something to nail the screens to. And then over here I built out the door. The door's over there where the pane is. And then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and get this sprayer going and get everything painted. Once it's painted, I am going to put the roof on, run my electrical, put up my fencing, and I'm going to use the tractor to dig this down right here so that I can put screen under the earth, put the dirt back on top of it, got a screen around the bottom of it, and install the door, automatic door. And then this door's built, it's right there. I just need to put the hinges on for that. And then this is same thing here. I got to use some heavier duty screws on this and then put my hinges in, and we should be good to go. So yeah, it should be done by tomorrow. That's the plan. Okay, so it's end of day, and I got everything painted. I got the roof on. I got most of this on. I'm 2 panels short. That ugly one is one that was in the barn for a while, so that went on the outside shower. All this is done. What I'm going to do now before it gets dark is pour the concrete in. And then I need to go to Home Depot and get 2 more of those. And I'd like to do that tonight before they close, if I have enough energy. And then tomorrow, I'll need to dig this out, put my screen in, put the door in, run my electrical, and then mount the doors. And then that should be it. And if I get the hinges on here, make sure that works good. And that's it. And there's going to be a door here. This is framed out for a door. So that'll be a door going in there. And then this door I got to mount. And then I'm still going to spray the black rubber coating all on the bottom of this so that they will keep their stuff inside the coop and keep it clean. And then yeah, that's it for now. So I gotta hurry. Sun's about to set. It's about 7:20. Home Depot's open till 9. And it's about a 20-minute drive. So I got about half hour to pour the concrete, and then I'll head out. Okay. Hey, good morning. Today's August 1st, and I'm hoping to finish this project today because I am so sore. I put in roughly about 15 hours yesterday, and I can feel every bit of it today. I did get the concrete in last minute last night, and went to Home Depot and got the corrugated metal that I needed. And there was a nice police officer who decided that my speed wasn't appropriate, and so he stopped and gave me some paper. And then I still made it to Home Depot. The whole time I'm getting my ticket, I'm like, I hope he hurries so I can get to Home Depot, because it'd be a pain in the butt to have to drive all the way over here again in the morning. But I actually had 15 minutes to spare after I got everything. So yay. But yeah, here's where we're at today. Project that I have. I'm going to use the tractor loader to scrape all this dirt away around the sides, so that way when I put the screen in, I can have it come underneath the ground, and then I'll cover it back up with the dirt. That will keep critters from digging under into the chickens. And then I'm going to put the doors on, get those leveled out. I'll put the automatic door in, and I got to run the electrical. So I'm gonna just run a wire and put a plug right up here and run a wire straight down, and then right here is where I'm gonna tie into it with these guys. This is actually goes right into the shed and right to the power, so I don't have to dig a hole. So yeah, I'll tie that into that, so that shouldn't be too hard. And you can see some spots that I missed with my painting. I'll touch it up later. I did get the shingles all on, and then I have most of the corrugated roof on. So that'll be good. This gets nice and hot. Those will start laying down. I think it's going to work nicely. This is a solid structure. Nothing's going to blow it away with that concrete in there. It doesn't wobble at all. You know, a lot of people build their run frame flat on the ground and then stand it up. But as you can see, my ground is not level at all. Move, dog. So you can see how it slopes down. So that's why I built it as I went, so that way I could try to keep everything as level as possible. Yeah, so the roof is perfectly straight, and then it's sloped down, so it'll drain out this way. It wasn't entirely square, but it was close enough. And with this corrugated metal, it's pretty forgiving. You can like slide some stuff over a little bit if you need to, just as long as you put your bottom on first and then put your top on top of that, so the water runs off in the same direction. I would say be careful around these edges. That could actually cut you really bad. So I'll probably go through and put something on there or trim it off. Don't want anybody to run into that by accident. It'll probably be me. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. I think the metal will go good. The wire anyway, it's 48 inches, so I should be able to just cut it to length, stick it up there and staple it in. I got an air stapler, so that should go good. Yeah, so anyway, that's where we're at. So, all right, I'll check in with you later. All right, end of the day, August 1st. Whew, busy day. All right, I'm turning around. So I got all my screen on. I went with the 1/4 inch, and I'm wondering if this is too thin of metal. There's a bug for the chickens when they get here. I was starting out with staples, but I ran out of staples, and rather than running into town and spending an hour doing that, I just used screws for the rest of it. I need to get a latch here. I'm gonna have to touch up the paint. Yeah, and then let's see, my handy dandy door coming on down. So that's a Wi-Fi door, so I can control it with my phone. I haven't set that part up yet because the Wi-Fi doesn't reach here very well, so I'm going to have to get one of those little Wi-Fi extenders. So that's cool. I did put the camera in here so I can see the chickens. And then what else? I added those vents. Okay, I'm going to come over here. So that'll latch. I'm going to put this on there. And then inside here, I got it all sprayed. If you can see it. And then the electrical's all installed. I need to wrap up my wires a little bit better so the chickens don't get them. Yeah, so that's good. Door works well. And then here's the egg thing. That middle hinge is probably off kilter a little bit. It's making it squeak, but that's where the eggs will roll down. I ran out of that black spray, but it's all right. And I did use 3-inch long screws, and I backed it with a 2x4 in the back for this to screw into so that it's nice and strong. I added screens to the windows, and then I added the dirt the best that I could. It's not great. I do have some organic compost over there, and I have some more of that peat moss, just bags and bags of it, so I think I might throw some of that on there and then plant some grass here. But yeah, I think it's gonna work. Here's the back side. And then what I ended up doing is the screen underneath, I just bent it and then I screwed it to the 2x4s underneath, so it's pretty secure. I mean, if a big animal wanted to just rip through here, they obviously could. It's not that strong. So if anybody has a comment on that, let me know. I do have some fencing in the garage that I haven't used yet, or in the barn, that I could just put a little roll of fencing around it, and that would add extra security for them. So, but yeah, I think it's good. I mean, I did the whole thing in about 4 days, just not 4 consecutive days. But I think it's good. I think it's going to work nice. It's cute. It looks a lot better than what was there before, that's for sure. And then yeah, I'm going to bring the girls out. And then on my water, I decided, I was thinking I was going to run a line from here over to it, but then I remembered in the wintertime I turn all that off and drain the system so there wouldn't be any water in the wintertime. So I'm just going to run a hose for now on a timer, and then when it gets cold, I'll just have to, I'm going to be down here 2 or 3 days a week picking up eggs, so I'll just make sure it's topped off. And then I actually did put in 2 lights, and then I figured I would put a heat lamp in one of them, so when it does get really cold, I can turn the heat on remotely. I'll use those remote control plugs that I can control on my phone, and then I could just turn the heat lamp on. And I'll probably put a little camera inside here just so I can keep an eye on the girls. But I'm loving the door. The door worked out really well. Pretty cool. So, alright, so that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.